Good day. I'm back with another Mega Movie Physical Media haul for you all. This is my monthly haul for the month of June. I'm going to show you all the 4Ks, Blu-rays, Blu-ray DVD digital combo packs I picked up, steelbooks, slipcovers, boutique labels, you name it. I'm going to show it off to you all right now, give you my thoughts and recommendations on every single title there so you can make more informed collecting buying decisions in the future, of course. So if it sounds like you're in the right spot, you love this physical media amazingness, and talking and watching movies, go ahead and mega smash that like and subscribe. That way you can stay entertained and up to date on all future physical media topics. And leave in the comments below, what titles did you pick up in the month of June? What were some of your favorites out there? What'd you like out of my pile? We'll just have a great day. So let's go ahead and get into this list here. And this is no particular order. So let's start off with, we got Muppets Take Manhattan. I just picked up the 4K from Amazon. It got discounted like under $16. That was awesome. Still came with the slipcover. I've never seen this movie before. I remember the Muppets from my childhood. I thought they're really colorful and entertaining characters. I bet you the 4K sharpness is going to look so good on them. So I do want to check this out. Maybe I'll have a few laughs, but it's definitely a perfect family movie. So it looks cool too. So yeah, how to get this one in the collection when it got such a great discount. I could not resist at that point, and hopefully I really enjoy the watch of that one. All right, next up, we got to have another 4K here. We got Young Guns. Yes, this has an amazing all-star cast here. It's kind of like the Brat Pack. You got Charlie Sheen and Emilio Estevez, Luke Diamond Phillips, and so many more in here. So yeah, great performances. This is a Western, and it's definitely not like a romantic comedy you would expect out of the Brat Pack. It is way different. Once again, it's old-timey Westville, has great action moments, and it gets more entertaining as it goes along. So I did enjoy this one overall, even though Westerns aren't my cup of tea in particular. I would say out of the Westerns I've seen, I would put this one kind of towards the top. So yeah, definitely can recommend some Young Guns. But I was just in a Brat Pack kind of mood. I just watched the Bratz documentary on streaming, and I thought, oh, you know what? I need some more Brat Pack movies. Let me pick up Young Guns. And this got in a bundle little discount deal off of Amazon to get it a little cheaper. So that was fantastic. Really enjoyed that. Next up, we got to have some Disney Movie Club exclusives. Had some discount points through Movie Insider. So I was able to pick this one up on the free. But we got Atlantis 2 movie collection. I just watched the first one again, and I really like this one. Milo's played by Michael J. Fox, which was fantastic. So I really liked that. And it's just a great movie from my childhood, a fun adventure fantasy type of story where these explorers basically are going to discover Atlantis. And then, all sorts of shenanigans happen, and you got villains in there. And it's a really good family animated movie. Now, I don't remember the sequel at all. I haven't rewatched that one there. So we'll see if that one's any half decent. But the first one, I think, is an awesome animated feature. All right, next up, we got to have, one I have not yet opened. This is going to be the Ice Age, like little triple pack there. You got the first Ice Age, you got Dawn of the Dinosaurs, and then you got that third one in there. I don't even think I've seen that third one, but it looks really funny, right? With the squirrel right there. I think that's a squirrel. But yeah, oh gosh, I have not seen any Ice Age movie in a very, very long time. I do remember the first one well enough from my childhood, and I thought it was pretty solid. Good voice cast in there. And once again, another fun family animated movie. Had those movie insider points, so why not pick it up right on the free? I will take that all day. We'll see around when I get to it, but hopefully I like them like I did when I was a kid. Finally, we got a 4K steelbook right here with The Last Dragon, and this was a complete blind buy for me, but it looked to be in my wheelhouse with martial arts and kung fu and a great soundtrack and an awesome 80s cheesiness. And that's totally what it was. It kind of reminded me a little bit of that Mortal Kombat, right? Mortal Kombat is super fun to me. So yeah, I always love to see a good fighting movie, but once again, kicking soundtrack, very 80s cheesy feel. I think it's 80s, if not early 90s, but it just had a cool look to it. The steelbook got discounted to like $22, something of that nature. And I had to pick it up. It was finally the right deal, the right time. And I really enjoyed this one. I could definitely rewatch this one again. I love the fantasy elements here. Very entertaining. Next up, we got to have another Steelbook. This was awesome. This is what I showed off for the gender reveal of my kid coming up here. So we had The Gate, right? Nice, very pink cover here. So yeah, The Gate is a fun family horror movie. I do like the cheesy practical effects in there. I mean, some of it looks great, some of it looks wonky now to today's standards, but it's gateway horror. So family horror is always a great time, kind of like a Gremlins, I would say. Even though the Gremlins I would much prefer over The Gate. The Gate's kind of the B level one of that type of genre, but it was still fine. It was okay. I enjoyed it well enough. Yeah, I'd probably watch it again. Didn't love it, didn't hate it, but it was good enough for a restaurant video title, a $20 steelbook, good special features in there. I love the interviews. So for the special features alone, it gives you a little bit more appreciation for the movie. So I thought that was cool. Great cover once again. I really like that one. Very cool design. All right, next up, we gotta have some mean guns. Yeah, they ain't nice guns here. They're very mean. And this was just an action movie I saw on a discount. It was like under $10. I'm like, oh, you know what? MVD Rewind Collection. I love how their slipcovers look, where it looks like a VHS is underneath. And okay, that's kind of cool. So maybe I'll enjoy this one well enough. It's an action movie. Can I possibly hate it? Well, the answer to that is, oh my gosh, this was pretty bad. But you got Christopher Lambert in here and Ice-T, so the casting decent enough here, but I don't know, it felt just like a C-level action movie. They don't really go much places in here. It's really stuck to one setting most of the time. And it's like a tournament of sorts or competition where they're just offing each other, and that's really what it is. It's so simple in premise. I didn't love it. Wasn't overly entertained by it. I think there's way better action movies out there, even from this decade. I mean, there's some great ones from this decade. What am I talking about? I think this is either 80s or 90s. So many more action movies I would choose over Mean Guns. Mean Guns just seemed like, yeah, but I didn't pay too much for it. So that's okay. And it was a cool boutique label. So glad I did not pay any more for that than I needed to. All right, next up was one I forgot to show off last time. Last time was when I did my last Disney kind of movie club haul, and those had all my Disney movie club titles in it, besides this one, which was next to my Blu-ray player in my room. Forgot to get this one for that haul video. I'm like, you know what? I should show this off still before having to put it on the shelf. That's only the fair way to do it. And this was Flight of the Navigator. Fun 80s movie, good for the whole family. I like the little creature in there. That was really funny. But yeah, it's a kid who basically gets to become a navigator of this spaceship, and they kind of travel around a little bit. And the spaceship looks cool, has a cool voice. And yeah, that's really what it was. Not probably my favorite Disney family animated movie, but an okay one as well. Kind of like The Gate. It's in that okay level. I was fine to watch it. I could maybe watch it again, but it's just not one I super love. But happy to have it because it's Disney Movie Club exclusive. You got the yellow cover with it. Wish it had more special features, and Disney Movie Club did a lot more with these releases, but it is what it is. Still a Blu-ray, I guess. All right, next up, we gotta have some Shout Select titles because they're going out of print. So I had to jump on a few of them here, right? So we had to pick up Twins finally. This was a blind buy as well. You have Arnold and Danny DeVito, and they're twins in the movie, right? And it's funny because they're different sizes, obviously. Right? That's the whole gimmick to the movie, but it was really, really good. And you did have the motions in there with the, brotherly love, and their personalities were so different, but by the end they end up bonding together, and they just have a good connection with it. So I did like this one. It was kind of like a I guess a fun brotherhood discovery, and then a road trip mixed in there, comedy. So yeah, overall Twins I can recommend. But know what's funny? Like this, no, this is it was printed out weirdly to where it's like, okay, this should have gone in the Blu-ray case that way, right? Because the Blu-ray's up there, or actually the Blu-ray is right there, and they kind of just flipped it all around, and so it's all weird looking, and oh my gosh, what do I do? I could take it out and redo it, but do I care that much? I don't know. But there we go. Shout Select title, excellent special features. Of course, what's to be expected from Shout Factory. So yeah, highly recommend this if you're a comedy fan. Got to check that out. Great cast, as I said. Next up, once again, I said I saw that Bratz documentary. I had to check up on another Brat Pack movie, and they were calling this one a Brat Pack movie. And we got Valley Girl, once again an '80s title here, Nicolas Cage. And I like this one overall. This is I guess a romantic comedy, you would call it. Kind of felt almost John Hughes like in a way, but yes, different director and I think different writer, of course. So it's not a John Hughes title, but it's in that same flavor of the '80s coming of age type of story. Of course, you have these different clashes of cultures because you got the Valley Girl, and then you got the city guy, Nicolas Cage, right? So they're from two different worlds. It's like Romeo and Juliet. Will they be united by the end? Will their love last? It's that type of story. You guys know the story. You've seen it before, but great '80s soundtrack, of course. I love the cover with the bubble gum just being right there with the title. That's so cool. I like the sunglasses too. Really, really nice. So the cover definitely caught my eye. Nicolas Cage, very young in this role. I don't know if this was his first movie or one of his first movies. But yeah, he was definitely very young in this one, but he gives a good performance as usual. So yeah, great special features on this one. Highly recommend it if you're into that romantic comedies. Yep, got to check out Valley Girl. I just went kind of on an '80s kick, you could say. Just I don't know, been digging the '80s lately. All right, this is not '80s. This is, I believe, what, early 2000s? Yes, I think it's early 2000s. Legally Blonde, maybe late '90s, something like that. But this is another Shout Select title. I thought this kind of caught my attention too, with the little dog on there. Reese Witherspoon, of course. And I watched both Legally Blonde movies pretty close together, and I like them both, right? I thought they were entertaining. I thought there's kind of a charm to her being in this completely different world, and she stands out, but she still just kind of owns being herself, and just doing the best she can in this lawyer world with being different, having a different bubbly kind of personality, and wearing pink and all this stuff of fashion. So I like that. I like fish out of water stories, and I thought both of the Legally Blonde movies were pretty good. Sometimes the sequel ends up being terrible, as we know, and no, I thought the sequel was fine actually. I did enjoy that one as well. So both are quite good. And yeah, you got cute dogs in there and all that stuff. So yeah, Legally Blonde collection. And it was super cheap too to get both movies. Oh my gosh. I couldn't pass up the deal. All right. And next up, we got to have a triple feature. Ooh, it's like disaster films. We got Twister, Poseidon, The Perfect Storm. This got super cheap on Amazon. It was under $10. I'm like, for 3 Blu-rays, I can't pass that up. These are all blind buys to me, though. I haven't seen them before getting this set. Now, I did watch Twister in here finally because I want to get prepared for the sequel, Twisters, and I thought the original Twister was pretty good. Kind of a romantic film in there as well. Now that I think about it, but yeah, I mean, you have the disaster of these tornadoes in the Midwest, and they're trying to chase them and collect more data on them, and you got some really thrilling moments, cows flying everywhere and all that. So yeah, Twister was pretty good. I'm very excited for the sequel. Can't wait to see how that turns out. And then once again, I heard Poseidon and The Perfect Storm were pretty good too. So can't wait to watch those. All right, next up, we got to have a movie that doesn't get enough respect out there. You got to have Rover Dangerfield, that was recommended in the Collectors Club Warner Archive collection. And this one went under, I think, $13 now. I paid more for it at first than that, but I still really like the title. It's a family animated movie. You got Rover Dangerfield, right? Rodney Dangerfield as a talking dog. He's the voice, and he's so funny in it. Really good comedic moments. You also have some dramatic moments in there too. You even got some puppy love in there, some romance, some good singing and music with it as well. And Warner Archive Collection, they throw in a couple little animated dog extra shows in there. So I enjoyed this overall. Really good, solid release. If you haven't seen it, I'd highly recommend it, especially at the price it is now. What do you have to lose? Going to be great for the whole family. Gonna have some Rover Dangerfield. All right, next up, we're gonna have, yes, another Warner Archive collection, another title that was recommended in the Collectors Club. We had Scooby-Doo Zombie Island, and then Scooby-Doo Return to Zombie Island. And I've never been a massive Scooby-Doo animated classic show fan. I did like the live action stuff well enough when I was young. I really liked the recent Scooby animated movie. But this kind of takes you back to the classic cartoon. And once again, I didn't really watch this a whole lot growing up. The episodes I saw were fine of Scooby Doo. I just never been like a super massive fan of it. And so Scooby Doo Zombie Island and Return were just okay. They're fine. It's like a longer episode of the show. It has all the gimmicks of Scooby Doo, and you kind of know how it's gonna turn out for the most part. The cast is fine. It's fine. It's fine. But once again, just not something I have super nostalgia for. So I could have done without this one. All right. Next up, ooh, an awesome animated title that was recommended in the Collectors Club. We have The Brave Little Toaster. And yes, I had to pick up the DVD because they didn't have it streaming on Disney Plus. There's not even a Blu-ray out there, so the DVD was the best I could do. But this was an awesome movie. If you have not seen The Brave Little Toaster yet, it's great. It feels very much like a Pixar movie in a way, very reminiscent of the Toy Story stories, actually. So I really like that. You basically got these appliances that come to life, a great voice cast for them, but they go on an adventure, a journey to get to their master, right? The kid that was taking care of them. And then there's all, such as troubles on the way and all that. But there's some good hearts and feels, even though they're just appliances, right? A vacuum, a toaster, baby blanket, a lamp. I mean, you don't think it's gonna hit you in the feels like it does, but it gets you sometimes, and it's just really colorful and awesome. So the Brave Little Toaster, out of the animated movies I saw, this is probably one of the best. Oh my gosh, so good. Highly, highly recommend. And there we go for the movies. I think that's all the movies. I think I got them all this month. I hope I did. Also, Amazing Anna saw this in the Target, and we had to have it. So you got little what's his name, Locke from Nightmare Before Christmas, still in the bag. Gonna have to take this one out eventually, right? But so cool. I'm a big Nightmare Before Christmas fan. That's actually probably my favorite animated movie of all time. So yeah, we could not resist that one, and it just looks so cool. And then through a McDonald's Happy Meal, Anna had to get, little Inside Out character, little angry man right there. Ooh, there you go. But yeah, there we go. That's pretty much everything around me right now. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed the physical media haul there. Once again, if you haven't already, go ahead and mega smash that like and subscribe. That way, you stay entertained and up to date on all future physical media hunts of amazing haulness. You don't want to miss next month, of course. It's going to be a banger as always. And let me know in the comments below what were your favorites out of my pile. Which ones did you pick up? Which ones you recommend? We'll just have a great day talking and watching the movies. You love this physical media topic, of course. Mega smash the next video right now. And thank you so much, my Mega membership supporters. If you love talking and collecting movies, consider joining the Mega League of Film Fans through memberships to support content creation while gaining access to perks like shoutouts, exclusive videos, and future topic choices.